Happy Tuesday, people. Happy Tuesday. Here is your homework support in terms of fixing your text evidence if, in fact, you have text evidence that is going to be falling into two lines on your paper. So remember, these are notes from today that we talked about. One is really important to make sure that the evidence that you choose today is evidence that you definitely can back up, that you know why you're choosing it, that has something to do with your overall argument in this paper. Again, this project is something that you are in control of. So you have other research, you've, quote, read the book, and that's if you follow along and been reading the book since the beginning. So you have everything that you need. And so this is based on you. From that point, you want to think about, are you going to paraphrase or are you going to quote? But whatever you do, you need to make sure you have page number, and you need to make sure that you have chapter when you are giving that information or that evidence. And then, of course, again, if you have evidence that falls under two lines, falls over two lines, if you're going to quote it from the text, we want to give that its own paragraph. And that's what I want to show you today for those of you who are out. I'm going to use Tiana's paper. She already got it started. So first off, what she did really well so far is that she has the colon there. More than likely what you're going to do is also have an introduction start. So in the text, comma, on page 1, it states, and you want to put the colon there. At this point, you want to hit enter. And if you hit enter and you've pretty much typed the way that I've set up, the paper is going to indent on its own, which is great. You're going to go to the end of your evidence, and again, it should be on the second line. That's where you're choosing it. And you are going to hit enter again. Now, when you hit enter again, that second line is probably going to indent. You want to go ahead and hit backspace on that, and we want to just make it even with the rest of the paragraph. And you want to come back to your evidence, and you want to hit backspace again to bring this even as well, because we want to make sure we can get the entire thing indented. Highlight only the evidence. Come up here to more. Hit this button here, increase indent, and the entire piece of evidence will indent for you. You can also highlight and hit tab, but sometimes if you hit tab, it may just do the first line. So we want to make sure that it just does the entire thing. And that's pretty much it. And then you are done. Make sure you have a page number. Again, if it's quoted and it goes down to a second line, let's go ahead and make that into its own paragraph or its own paragraph, that the entire thing is indented, and then continue the rest of the body paragraph as is, and it just shows that this all goes together. That's why we're not going to indent this paragraph. We're going to keep it together. And that's what we're going to do. All right, so that is what your evidence should look like if it happens to go past one line. This should be helpful. Good luck.